Ad Astra. There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell anyone about it.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works!
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
Alright then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this greatsword, but my brain just doesn't remember it?
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zeru's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I...
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything! It's not very likely, but it's also...
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made. It's just as they say, each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice.
Is it really impossible? What if they used some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Whew, I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong? But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime. Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas? Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately. Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired? How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city. Early today. Did you find something new? Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before. We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those... Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it. It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about leaving town. Really? That's kind of strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories. Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Our memories are back! About that... Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you. Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's go!
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. How completely unsurprising. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? this is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Let's hurry! Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But what if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to help you. Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together. Okay. Paimon will wait for you. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. Just a quick look. And please. Memories! Traveler! Paimon would never see you again! You just disappeared! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look! Paimon, calm down. She's here now. I don't think she understood what you were saying. Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day! Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear. Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday? I see. Using two... After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you... disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention. What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But how can we send it back? Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunyarzad for me. Yep! Now we're talking! I'm done. Here you go. What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal? I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that to make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're out. We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now. Let's go then. Let's expose those sages. All right. Paimon isn't... Okay. See you tomorrow, Traveler. That covers everything that's happened so far. Yes, although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you were out. Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty, except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru City space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents. There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there? What did the traveler want to say? Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment. Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message? The message. It should have come from the traveler's Akasha terminal. After the beep, Traveler said even the final spaces also disappeared. Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just random... My impression is that each...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappears, and we're taken to the next day. Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day? Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces anyhow? Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret. Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy and a half. Hey, where are you going? disturb you.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You're back! I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces, are you ready to take your Sub-Zeros exam and graduate from the festival? Okay, first off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. We've already experienced the Sub-Zeros festival many times, and all the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city, those spaces remind me of dreams, like the moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean? People in Sumeru don't dream. We are all in...
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when she was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now. Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this? The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom. So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions. And the fact that no one dreams is a blessing. The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the... Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
The beep is a... Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's... That doesn't...
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival along with everyone else. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha. So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is... Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into. Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything. Alright, last question. Who am I?
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Arc. Now that I think about it, wasn't it...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last. That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali, Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this. Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now. You asked me this question before. Now that you know this is all have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing. Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on... Secondly, you're probably... That's because people don't remember their dreams so whenever they wake up in this dream... Never mind, Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example? Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero... Can humans really keep... We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them. People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence? Even you don't know the reason? Wow. The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Traveler, do you have any information?
Those spaces remind me of... dreams. Like the one I had in the Avidia Forest. Except, these have no sign of human presence. Okay, Nahida said, The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean...
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean... deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety? After we end the Sub-Zero's festival, Samsara, we... How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous! In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun. A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in riddles again. Oh, we're out of time today. I'll tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow. See you then. Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali? Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good. I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct. Did Dunyarzad already disappear? The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting. Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that? She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad. Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet. Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all. Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sub-Zero's festival with so many regrets. Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and I'm not beating myself up. Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad. To prevent more tragedies like this, we must... Great, but how do we do that? Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it. Huh? So, how should we find that? Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within, which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream. Imagination? What do you mean by that? Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when the server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally... However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind. And the server really will bring you gold and... But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food. Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken. How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack. And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker. It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of... As for me, during this time, I'll...
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the Traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Paimon's still a little upset that she was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But yeah, saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save every... Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no? Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on their... So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense! Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a sim... Let's go ask...
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine, just... It's a little hard to explain.
An experiment? That came out of...
Could you... make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishing!
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is. When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh, you're...
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers. Huh? But Dia can handle them. Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup.
Feeling lucky today?
Scatter!
No more tricks up your sleeve.
Scatter!
Need more.
Where do you think you're going?
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad. She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night... Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search. This is the place! It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it? Wow, Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us even while we were away. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zero's festival, right? If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you off to now? Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's dance of Sub-Zero.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler. What is...
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, the Grand Sage has already granted...
Oh.
Traveler? You don't have to get involved.
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the Academia, that's another day gone to waste! Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is the Sage's plan, they wouldn't put... So they're just substitutes!
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Patisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Patisaras? Just like the ones from the legend?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers?
Yeah. What's going on here? Huh? You guys are acting weird. Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host! What a surprise! Purple Patisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Patisaras in the... So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu? But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming. How should we make Nilu realize that?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sub-Zeru's festival? Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, as far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right? Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a... Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if his wife lying next to him said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you?" In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the academia. So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey? Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zeru's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zeru's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zeru's.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time. Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night? Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zeru's festival. The Sub-Zeru's festival? Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zeru samsara? Quick, take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What usual spot? Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay! Oh, don't scare us like that!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I have something amazing to tell you. I just had a dream, and I saw Nilou performing the dance of Sub-Zero's.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival. And Dunyarzad, did you save her? It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the Traveler's... Dunyarzad first. After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the Traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will where both will gradually fade until they completely... I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. And not a... Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently. All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you say to be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to... How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as the Akasha is the legacy. I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually... hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So what about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surus? That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surusthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find... So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. And I'm still... Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the god of... There has never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. I wonder what caused them to go down this path. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the Traveler hadn't broken the Sub-Zero Samsara, the situation... I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha. I think they're deliberately trying to...
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Tainari to join.
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and got it. I hope, to be honest... Oh, and you don't need to worry too much.
Go and get some sleep.
What a relief.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't.
I see. Huh.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy. There's so many local specialties in Sumeru.
Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any
Commissions, huh? Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's and if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon...
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appeared... In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time
Hey, that's not any better.
I'm sure the
Paimon's gotta ask.
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of...
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack the...
From when she said... Ad Astra Abisask?
So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nick?
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream. It was another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands, as I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at...
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
Huh? Wasn't I just...
No, we aren't pitying you. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any...
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, but for the moment, our top focus should still be...
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they make...
So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the Sage's activities.
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Let's continue our chat.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the...
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards,
It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leak.
Have you already caught the sages?
I'm guessing not yet. But in any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly. We're in the dark as of now, since we still don't know anything about their goals. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their... No way, that's too risky.
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goal.
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru. Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right?
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session...
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't...
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you...
Setaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing? We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Setaria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the Academia. And
oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the nights. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place soon after. The star witnessed the sun scorching the earth. The star began to waver, instead of staying beside such a sun. But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the Academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right?
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears, and she's suppressing a lot of guilt. But before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, from my past observations, Setaria will take a day off from the Academia every tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day to prepare. Let's go check out some of her favorite spots. And this should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about Setaria?
No, I already have enough information on Setaria. The most important thing now is for you...
Talking style and keep...
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes...
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh!
My friend here has some doubts regarding her future.
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health prospects. No problem at all. Oh, the gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for many tens of thousands of years. Impossible. Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the...
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial...
Is that so?
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit...
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved it when they start talking with him.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take...
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild?
Speaking of...
I suppose you could say it all started. After that, I began making pottery by myself.
That's nice.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh, no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough Mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life.
I see. We wish I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild.
No problem. Rest easy.
This should be our final stop. Sataria's...
Nahida, you've really...
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before. Huh? If I recall, you were...
Ah, that's right. After all, but I'm still discussing all kinds of...
What an admirable spirit for...
Sure.
So this restaurant has a basement as well?
That's right. It's not...
I see. Yes, that makes sense.
Thank you.
So, was that everybody?
3 familiar faces. What? Sataria is already used to I remember you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormuz are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of King Deshret. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's...
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want to... Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages. So...
Well, King Deshret is long gone. And Sataria is also too smart to fall for any... If we simply engaged her under the guise of King Deshret's believers, she would definitely be... But if we were to borrow some of her close...
So, you mean you're
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha, as long as everything goes smoothly...
Ah, so that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh? Best of luck? But we don't know how to possess anyone.
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them.
Huh. That is pretty convenient.
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious.
If it was at all possible.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it.
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow.
Here she comes! Satari is here!
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking, ask for how we'll sway her to our side. I'll leave that to you.
Paimon's starting to... Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me is a very... are you still listening?
Oh, of course I'm listening.
Okay then. Strange. Your cat... I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they?
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today?
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you...
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods are asking, Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone... home?
Sataria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of...
I'm sorry. I know I failed. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all. King...
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King Deshret still exist in real life?
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer.
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that... I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Ooh, she just ran off in a hurry.
Well done.
Sataria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you...
All I know are some abstract Harabatot theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry.
She's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right